Child Life TV, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to play one of my favorite card games, Spades. Okay, so already you're going to need a deck of cards, and you're going to need either a marker or some sort of writing utensil, and then just something to write on so that you can keep track of your score. I mean, you don't have to, but I definitely love to keep score. So this is what the scorecard will look like, something like this. So these would be your bids, this would be your bags, and this will be your score. And so you divide it into two teams. There's going to be 4 players playing, so 2 people will be on team A and 2 people will be on team B. So pretty much to start off the game, all of the cards in here are going to be dealt out. And so make sure that you don't have any jokers though in your deck, because that will mess up the game. And so everybody will get 13 cards as all the cards are dealt out. So I'm just gonna put those aside. And so then you look at your cards, and then you have to decide what you want to bid. So pretty much what a bid is that like how many tricks you think that you'll be able to take from the table. So like in Spades specifically, the highest suit is Spades. So if any other suits are played, those suits, it doesn't matter because the spade will take priority. So you look at your cards and you decide to make a bid. So there is a maximum of 13 that you can bid because each player has 13 cards. And there's a minimum bid of 0. So let's say as player 1 in team A, I bid 2, and then it will go to the next person, which is the first player in team B. So team B will bid, 4. And then it goes now to my partner who I'm playing with, because we are a team, and they say they bid 5. And then my other, the opponent from, Team B's teammate will also make a bid. So let's say that they bid 1. So in total, there have been 7 bids for Team A and 5 bids for Team B. So in total, there are 12 bids that have been placed, right? However, there is going to be one more card that will be, one more trick that will be taken that is not a part of the bids, right? So let's say that Team A takes that additional bid, like they take an additional like hand, an additional trick. And so if they do that, then they'll get 1 bag. So if they're able to make their bid, and so their bid is combined. So it's 5 that I bid, I bid 2, and then my partner bid 5, right? So together that would be a total of 7 that we're bidding on. So in total, me and my partner need to try to get 7 tricks or 7 hands, while Team B is trying to get only 5 hands or 5 tricks. And so because we're both making our bids, we each need to try to reach our bid. So if say Team A, me and my other partner, are able to make our bid perfectly, then we would get a total of 70 points. So that's the amount of bids that we each placed. So I put in 2 and they put in 5. So for a total of 7, so you multiply that number by 10 to get your total score of 70. So let's say in round 1 I got 70 points. And then let's say that Team B, because there are 13 total hands, Team B would have gotten 6. So to calculate that score, that you would get the amount of bids that they put in. So that would be 4 plus 1, that's 5. So that's 50. However, they got an additional an additional trick that they were not initially planning on. So that would go into their bag count of 1. And so they would have additional, and then for the bags, the extra points that you get, that does also play a factor into the score by adding in 1 point here. So you'd get an additional 1. So they would have made 51 points, and I would have made 70 points with my partner, okay? I'm gonna get into the score in the bags a little bit later. Now I'm going to move into specifically how the game is played, in terms of how you're able to get these points. So pretty much, let's say that I'm the one that started this off. So I'm just gonna like, kind of divide the deck. But in theory, you should give out 13 cards to each player. So then I'm going to look at my hand. And so pretty much I would start off the game, right? So I cannot start off with spades until spades has been broken on the deck here on the bottom. So I'll tell you exactly what that means. So I start off with, say, I don't know, 7 of diamonds, right? And so now this person here would need to play diamond card or anything else that they're choosing, right? So if they have any diamonds in here, they are required to play them. So let's say that they decide to put down the 8. So now they're next in line to get this hand if my partner or their partner puts down a higher card. So now let's see in this, in my partner's hand, what they could have played down. So they have the king or the 4. So because maybe they were trying to make a higher bid or like collect however many tricks, maybe they put down the king. So now the king is the highest card. But in theory, yeah, so ace is the highest. So now this person here, if they have an ace, then maybe they could try to take it. So unfortunately they don't have an ace, so maybe they want to save up some of their higher cards in here. So maybe they put down a 3. So now whoever put the highest card down would take this, and this is known as like a trick, and so that's put out here. So that would be 1 towards this bid of 7 total that me and my partner were having. So however, if this person here did not have this 3, so let's say they didn't have any more of this diamond card, then they could put down a spade. So they could put down this 4. And so even though my partner put down this higher card of diamond, it would automatically go towards this guy here because the spade is the highest, it's like the highest card that you can have, right? However, if say my partner did not put down this king, and he had put down like, I don't know, a 3 of spades, it would go to the higher of the spades, that particular trick. And so then they would take it like that. Okay? So that's pretty much how it works. So you have to play to the specific color. So let's say that this person here ended up taking the trick, then they would start off the next round as to whatever they wanted to play with the cards that they had in their hand. So let's say that they wanted to start off now with, I don't know, this queen. Well, no. Let's say they wanted to start off with this queen, then they would put her down, and then it would be my turn, and then I would have to also play diamond or anything else that I wanted. If I had put down, let's see, I don't have it in this hand right now, but okay, if I put down like this, if I didn't have any more diamond cards, because you're required to put to the color unless you don't have it, or like if this had been a king club, the diamond card would still take it because this is not a spade card. So it's this color here is better than this one if no other spades are being played, if that makes sense. And so pretty much, let's go back here. So for this first round here, how I said a total bid of 7 for my team and then 5 for the B team. So the extra cards as like the tricks, that would get placed into the bags category here. So bags, they're not horrible, but if you get 10 of them because they can collect in each round, then that's minus 100 points. So if you're solid with like, I don't know, 5 bags, that's really nothing to really be worried about right now. But if they accumulate, then it will be a problem. So let's say that, I'm gonna give a hypothetical here. Let's say that team B bid, so let's say this person bid 6, and then this person bid 3. So then this team here, this team B, together they need to make a total of 9 tricks that they take, right? And let's just keep my team's bids the same, but ideally it changes every time. So if I made the first bid and then you made the second bid, they made the third, and this one made the fourth, then this person would become the next one to do for the next round, would be the first, second, third, fourth. So it changes the order a little bit. So, okay, so they have 9 and this one 7, right? So that's a total of 16. Yeah, that's a total of 16 bids that were given out, right? However, we know that there is only 13 hands that can be taken. So because of that, then there's going to be somebody that's going to fail their bid. So what that could look like. So that could be either my team, A team, loses a bid. So then however much you had bid here, so this would be 70 points, it would be a score of negative 70 points. So you want to make sure that you're able to reach your bid. So that's pretty much like a consequence for not making your bid. This team B here, if they lose their bid, they would have a score of negative 90 points, right? But if they somehow make their bid, then they would get 90 points. And so this would just say it'd be round 1, right? And then comes round 2, and the bags, it's like a cumulative score for them. So it's not like, oh, I got 10 bags in one run. Usually it's over time. And so now for the score, as it stands, is my team has negative 70 and their team has 90 points. So it's important for obviously A team to try to catch up and for B team to try to continue on their winning streak and get more points that will get added together from each of the rounds, because you're trying to reach 500 points. And so there is one more special rule that I haven't told you guys about yet, and so that's bidding 0. So if I make a bid of 0, that's classified as a nil bid. So it's up to my partner to try to protect the bid that I made of 0 and to not let me take any hands, right? And so if I am able to manage to not take any hands, then I make my nil bid and I get 100 points. Plus obviously whatever my partner got from however many they had made for their bids in the first run, right? So if I don't make my bid, because right now, since I'm bidding 0, 100 points is a pretty big advantage. So now these two people here, Team B, are gonna try to maybe put in some low cards that they have to try to force me to play a higher card, even if the higher card is, I don't know, say like number 5 or number 6. So if he has like, I don't know, 2, and then the only remaining card that my partner had was a 3 of, say, a 3 of diamond, and then this person here had a 4 of diamond, right? So they're trying to, well, these two people here are trying to get me to lose my bid of 0, and say the lowest card that I have of diamond is, say, like a 6 of diamond, then I'm still forced to play that diamond card, and I would take that hand, and automatically my team would get minus 100 points. However, in getting that one hand, this does go towards my team's total bids. So if, say, my partner was only able to make 3 bids, and then I somehow, because it doesn't really matter after you've gotten that one hand for a nil bid, because you've already lost all the points. So if I'm like trying to help my partner get his bid, then all of the hands that I take will contribute to that. So yeah, that's pretty much just an overview on how to play spades. Please let me know if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns. There definitely are some strategies involved in spades, but that's pretty much just the basics. Bye.